Hey everybody, our verse today comes to us from James chapter 1, verse 12. And the NIV reads as this: Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. The CEV version says this. It says, God will bless you if you don't give up when your faith is being tested. Max Lucado tells a story of his encounter with a teenager or a high school graduate at a coffee shop. And he had just kind of struck up a conversation with her, and they got to talking, and she revealed that her parents, who had been divorced and remarried, were about to get divorced again, and they made this announcement and they made this declaration that you have to choose between the two of us. You have to choose live with me or live with her. And she got upset just talking about it, right? Just thinking about it, which makes complete sense. And Max says, if I see her again, because I feel like he, just like the rest of us, didn't necessarily have the right words or didn't know what to share in that moment. But he says, if I see her again, here's what I would say: that you will get through this. It won't be painless and it won't be quick, but God will use this mess for good. So don't despair. Don't be foolish or naive either, but don't despair, because with God's help, you can get through this. Now, where does he get the nerve to speak such a promise like that into tragedy? Where does he get, who does he think he is, right? Well, the good thing is that those aren't really his thoughts. It's from Jesus. Jesus said in John 16:33 that in this world you will have trouble. Now, that's something we necessarily put on pamphlets and websites and say, in this world, become a Christian, because your troubles aren't going to go away. But that's obvious. That's true. Our troubles are not going to go away. In this world, we will have trouble. And honestly, if anyone else tells you otherwise, you can point back and say, Jesus says differently. If you promise that becoming a Christian makes life easier, then I'm going to have to go to what what Jesus says here in John 16, and I'm going to have to debate you on that, right? No, Jesus tells us, he's a straight shooter. He reveals to us that in this world, you will have trouble. But the second part of that verse is so important, because Jesus says, but take heart, I have overcome the world. We will have trouble. There's no maybe or might have trouble about that. It's going to happen. But we have every reason to be encouraged. Jesus conquered the worst of the world. He conquered sin. He conquered death. He conquered Satan. And if we're with him, that means that we will conquer too. I admit there are things that, is there anything more devastating than divorce of your parents, or death of a loved one, or the loss of a friend? Jesus tells us we're going to have trouble, but it doesn't necessarily make it hurt less, right? It still hurts. But thankfully, he also offers himself. He is our hope, and he is our healer. And we can get through these things if we lean on him.